CIWE 89.3, The Raven. Or listen online at ravenradio.ca.
Rellik here from 89.3 The Raven. This afternoon from home, I had the absolute pleasure of speaking with Matt Wood, otherwise known as DJ Creeasian, as he is the City of Edmonton's and Edmonton Arts Council's newest Indigenous artist in residence. So, Matt, you and I both been no stranger to the Edmonton hip-hop scene over the years. I've watched you go from DJing in clubs to events like Hip Hop in the Park, being part of some big events, including Cypher Wild, Sampler Cafe, to name a few. You've recently been dancing with a Tribe Called Red on tour and showing your true versatility as an artist. Can you describe for our listeners how your journey as an artist and evolution of Creeasian has been?
Thanks for the invites, and it's great to be here. For me, the whole journey and evolution has just kind of been getting into dance ever since my late mom. She introduced me to my culture right away. She raised me as a single parent, and just being introduced to dance right away and powwows, round dances, but then. Later on, into my later on years, that kind of stumbling upon breaking, kind of seeing that as in my young years, but then later in my teen years, seeing the dance. I just really connected to dance. So what got me into everything is basically the entry level was dance and basically my culture, because now that I look at it, I could understand it more and matured as an artist. The energy and the similarities, the parallels are very strong between hip hop culture and our indigenous culture. So the journey and evolution came to kind of answer your question is the influence or inspiration came from my roots, my heritage. So as soon as I learned more about dance and also hip hop culture, it challenged me to know the other elements. And so, I did my work. The more I traveled, that opportunity to travel, build with other artists during my travels as well, learning about other indigenous artists that are onto that same frequency. And just really dope to see and be able to have my own identity. I think that's when it first out to be, and why I wanted to get into it. It was maybe more superficial in the start, like you want to fit in and you want to be popular in school, but then the more I matured as an artist, there was more of a responsibility, and it became something I really I truly loved doing. It just bringing together community and doing what I love to do. That's a dream job. So the journey of that, it just it came to be where it's at today. And it took, takes a lot of hard work, and also just dedicating yourself, loving what you do, but also the challenges of just, being an artist, human being. There's also self-doubt, confidence. And these are all things that, our indigenous communities also struggle with. I could, my experience, and also going through foster care system and just things that, as our communities, have been impacted by, I have a lot of things to relate to our communities and the communities that I work with. So it just became really, evident that, the things that I learned, and the more I learned about, the culture, and basically brought me back full circle to powwow culture. Yeah, it just made it totally it's part of our it's part of our DNA. It's part of our ceremony and our teachings to also give back. So that's that's been the evolution. It started off as something, I just want to fit in. I want to be popular. And then later on, it just became something that, just as something I really enjoyed doing, and it gave me an opportunity to travel.
Yeah. And I've you really hit the nail on the head when you said how similar, the hip hop culture as well as indigenous culture, and how you've been able to balance both and bring them both together is absolutely wonderful. And and how you impact I've seen you impact a lot of young lives with the breakdancing scene, the DJing scene, the beat scene, and you're doing amazing things. On to my next question. Me personally, as well as our Raven team, we wanted to congratulate you on your recent achievement of becoming the City of Edmonton's newest Indigenous Artist in Residence. It's such a well-deserved opportunity for you. I've watched you working incredibly hard with everything you've done over the years. What can people expect from your body of work during this residency?
Yeah, like, thank you so much, man. I appreciate, like, this whole, very grateful for this opportunity to be supported by Edmonton Arts Council, City of Edmonton. And for this, like, my body of work, like, my focus is, it's many things. I mean, a lot of my strengths that many people already know is, for me, is dancing and being a grass dancer, and also doing breaking and rock dance, connecting those parallels between each other, and then music as a DJ, and then as a recent, also getting into music production, beat making, producing. So I'm taking those strengths, of course, into my work, but also given this opportunity and the support from the committee, it's going to allow me to also, like, have artist development, grow more skills that, in areas that I never have had the time to kind of like get more into, such as like film and theater.
Yeah.
I've dabbled a bit, and mainly just because I've always been, as of lately, has been on tour with Tribe, and it's been amazing. And there's no complaints at all. It's just, in our current times, it kind of come at a better time, and I have a lot of time to focus as an artist. Not that Tribe, took away from anything of that. It was, all that was like growing and also learning. So this is just an opportunity for me to, contribute towards my culture, community. And for me, it's like language and my lineage and my heritage is what to kind of really expect, through my work. It's the Indigenous Artist in Residence. So I just, for my focus, it's like, it just makes sense. We come from a generation, our parents and our elders, our ancestors come from a generation from where it was illegal for us to do these things, to practice our culture, our ceremonies, to create hope, to inspire, to do, to be who we are, our identity, to our languages, everything, so it's become very important for me, for part of this whole work, become very important. It's become very important for me. Part of this work and this residency is to bring forward, those elements into my work. So it's like, embodying like our 7 sacred teachings, from love, respect, courage, honesty, wisdom, humility, truth. So these are all things that I hope really that people could like feel, hear, and see, so it's like a multi-sensory kind of feeling, and being able to like tell that story. So it's like, it's nothing new. It's really like what our ancestors, our elders fought to be, for us to be here for, so
for sure.
For the work for me, it's like, I'm just really like excited because I've recently like even started taking Cree classes and learning about Cree syllabics, and just learning about sounds and the characters and the patterns and the movements of it. It's that, and learning more than it's just an alphabet. There's so much like layers to it. I'm just nerding out because it's just like music. It's like dance. There's so much layers.
It's infinite. You can keep learning and learning.
Part of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah,
to
I can see that. That's great, and it's great to see. Like every year they announced one of these recipients, and it's when seeing the media things pop up over the weekend. I was like, what? It's one of my homies. He's gonna be doing some hip hop, some b-boy, and some grass dancing, a little bit of everything. So that's gonna be really exciting. But anyway, this is Rellik. You're listening to Tribe Drive on 89.3 FM. Talking with Matt Wood, aka DJ Creeasian, who is the most recent recipient and in the Indigenous residency program for the city of Edmonton and the Edmonton Arts Council. Thanks, Matt, for answering a few questions and taking the time to speak with our listeners.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me here.
Okay, take care.
CIWE 89.3, The Raven. Or listen online at ravenradio.ca.